I've discovered most people plant your carrots too closely together, and they're kind of a little bit of a pain to thin. With my big hands they are. I usually get my grandkids to help me with it, but this is a little trick that I've learned for the kids and for people like me that tend to overplant them. There's 600 seeds in this package, and that's quite a bit of seed to try to spread out. The seed is fairly thin, so what I've discovered, if you take the 600 seeds and mix them in with some dirt, what we want to do is to mix this thoroughly. Oh, and a couple of cups of dirt, or you know what works really well? This is wet garden soil here, just some good topsoil. But if you're not going to use it all on one setting, then dried sand would work well, and that way the material that you don't use, you can store it in a can. Just make sure you use it in the next few weeks, and there's absolutely no moisture level in it because it will sprout the seeds. So anyway, we're going to be using this all up today, so I'm not worried about how wet it is. And then the other thing I like to do is get out some of the bigger chunkers, the clunkers, however you want to call it. And that way when you throw it or scatter it, it'll be a little bit more consistent. This works really well with the young kids. That way they can't overdo it. And then you'll be doing much less thinning that way. Okay, as you can see here, here's some bare areas in between my lettuce beds here. Now, we've already put a little bit of mega veggie in here, and the soil's in real good shape. So all we need to do is just sprinkle our carrot seed in. And this is a really good area to do this, because not only can I do carrots in these bare spots, but later in the next couple of weeks I can come back here with a tomato and just kind of dig it right in here. And then that way the tomato will help shade the carrots as well as the lettuce, and you'll get a longer season out of this bed, especially with the cooler variety plants. Now, carrots can take a little bit more heat, but they don't have to be grown in total sunlight either. So this will be a really good use of this space here. And then just take some of the carrot with the dirt seed that we already pre-mixed and sprinkle it in, and this is going to give you the perfect spacing on your carrots. Now, don't keep going over it, just do it once, otherwise you're going to be thinning more carrots than you need to. And then just sprinkle it in wherever you see a bare spot in the garden. Like I can see a little spot over here, I'm just going to toss some over, and there's a little bit right between these rows here. We might as well make use of that. And that way you can make the best use out of your seed too. Next, I'm going to show you how to thin an area that was overly seeded, or seeded too much. Now, I usually get my grandkids to do this for me, and it's a real good trick because there's nothing better than a little sweet carrot to eat. And they have nimble little fingers, and they can get in there and really do a nice job once you train them how to do it, or show them how to do it, I should say. Okay, we're going to thin this carrot. Whoever planted this bed did not use my little trick, I see. So these carrots are really thick in here. But you just want to get in here and take every other one to start with, and then you can kind of see how you're wind up. Now I'm going to take this one too. The idea is you want to leave the space between two carrots that will you know, to your overall size of carrots. So ideally, if you want great big carrots like this, you want to leave about 2.5 inches in between. I like them about the size of my thumb, so about an inch in between is sufficient. So that's about it. Just get in here and take every other one, and this will allow these other carrots to grow quicker now. There we go. Now we got enough room in between these where you can get some good mature carrots out of this crop.